we are only 3 days away of this Thursday of the first football game of the season of the Detroit Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs, as football season is approaching. And do not forget, we're also a few days away of the Sunday night game of the New York Giants facing off the good-for-nothing motherfucking Dallas Cowboys, which is something I can't wait to get revenge on against those chumps.
Have you ever kept goldfish as pets? They're very cute.
We are almost at the home stretch of football season, so I'm so excited to actually get ready to bring all my Giants stuff out finally. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is LP Cruise 212, and we're going to be doing our Archon Quest today. We're going to continue on, get ahead of it before 4.1 even comes along. But first things first, we got some commissions and possible Healy Churro beatdowns. Yes, that's right, Healy Churro beatdown. Something I came up with since I started my streams back in 2020. And I'm letting you guys know this week that Wednesday night there is no Legend of Dragoon stream. There will be a Genshin stream where me and H. Josh are going to be doing our week 1 football picks. So you do not want to miss it. So be sure to get your butts on that stream and watch us do our picks that night. And I will be doing some domains as well, though, while we do the football picks, and we will go over we're gonna try our best to go over what happened during last year's football season and what's gonna affect the Detroit Lions since one of the players got suspended for gambling, which is actually a big no when it comes to playing football. And the contract states that like you cannot bet on any football games because you will easily get caught. And then I want to give you guys an announcement that I will be making another AMV. The AMV is already in the works. And it is safe to say that there is going to be 2 versions of the song. There's going to be 2 different versions. An album version, and then an edit version, which people call it the Resident Evil version. And this was technically on the second part of the movie called Resident Evil Apocalypse. And I know my brother's not a big fan of the Resident Evil movies. I mean, here's the thing though. Those Resident Evil movies, like in the early 2000s, were like hit or miss. I mean, like, yeah, it's me though. Like, I think the first 2 parts were. I think the first 2 parts were pretty good. Decent, I picked it. Nice. Not bad. Got a decent one. So the song that I'm about to tell you guys right now, this is considered a classic amongst Killswitch fans. This was like 2000s metalcore. So the song is going to be called The End of Heartache. So there's going to be 2 versions. The album version and the Resident Evil version, which that's what I like to call it, which is like the short version, and most of the edit version of The End of Heartache is actually like entirely clean singing. rather than like the album version, where it's like the album version is much long. It's like a minute longer than the edit, where the edit is like 4 minutes long, rather than the album version is more like 5 minutes long, and it has like where like there's screams in the pre-chorus before the chorus comes in. And that's probably like one of the first Kill Switch songs I ever learned how to play on guitar. The tuning's drop C, and one of the easiest songs that you can actually learn. Let's see. There's only two. Only these two. Wow, that sucks. Spreading evil. Why are they always so close to each other? Like, seriously. But I will say this though, it's not my first rodeo when I first did the End of Heartache. I think I did the End of Heartache like a decade ago. I mean, I still have the original video. Unfortunately, that is not gonna be put onto YouTube. Like, the quality is so bad. It's so bad, it's not even funny. Where are these chumps? Aha! Take this! I missed. Aw, man. Oh, nice. Come on, chumps. Hey, Dilly Churro, over here. Oh, damn! 45,000. That is a number that I don't expect Amber to hit. Oops. Yo, Amber is just downright strong. Come on, chump. Look at the crit. Oh man.
No one escapes my sight.
I would have seen people try to beat my Amber. My Amber is like the strongest right now. Wait a minute. I think it's because I got Mia. Oh yeah, that's probably why. Because I got 2 pyro characters and I think their crit goes up, I think. One or the other, I think. I always forgot about that. Let me check my party settings. Affected by cryo, 40% less time. Let's see, increases attack by 25%. Yep. That's it right there. That's probably why Amber is so powerful. She's that strong. Very strong.
I'll race you there.
Okay, this is not...
This is destiny.
Mona's like my strongest Hydro character out there. Alright, here we go.
Dance with the waves.
Alright, time to... What's that shot? You're out. Aw, damn. Yeah, he's screwed.
Let me scry.
Try to get the last hit on me, huh? Yeah, nice try, loser. No honor among thieves. There's never any honor between those chumps. Oh, as a matter of fact, hold up. I'm wearing my giant hat right now. Because football season's approaching. Okay. Alright, enough fooling around. Alright. All seriousness, guys, listen up. There was another issue going on in Major League Baseball, and it happens to be the pitch clock violation. Hey, guess who was the umpire? One of the biggest losers that people can't stand, and everybody hates him. C.B. Buckner. Or should I say C.B. Fuckner? Because he likes to fuck everything up like he always does. Decides games. And doesn't admit that he's made a mistake where he knows he's in the wrong. Now here's the thing. Okay, so the batter calls time. Okay. I'm gonna hold up 1 second, guys. I'm gonna pull up the video. It's gonna be muted, so I don't want no one to actually hear it. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? There's a couple things I'm gonna go through today, guys. The thing with CB Fuckner, and then the former lead singer of Smash Mouth. Okay, so I think he's the manager, I believe. Yeah, the Rays manager. Can't stand CB Buckner's ugly mug. Okay, so my issue is this. Okay, if a batter calls time, right? All you have to do, all the umpire has to do is grant it, reset the clock. So the batter has time to actually collect himself, get himself readjusted, and then get back in the batter's box.
Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed.
So I'm watching it right now. Don't call me crazy, but I'm watching it right now. So even though the batter called time, CB Buckner did not reset the clock. He did not. Like after the 8-second or 7-second mark, right? The batter already went back to the box. 7 seconds left, which the batter has to be back on the batter's box before the 8-second mark. If you're not there at the 8-second mark, that's automatically a strike. Nope, CB Buckner did not do that. That's his fault. And it doesn't even give the pitcher enough time to actually get a pitch in. You know, like, but seriously, like how's the pitcher gonna get like a pitch in within 3 seconds? Like seriously, like CB Buckner, you're too old to be forgetting all this. Like you need to get your shit together. I mean, no doubt about it. Angel Hernandez is out of the question because, yeah, he got hurt. Everybody doesn't like him, you know? But the thing is, cut him some slack. Because he hasn't had any bad games because he missed, like, almost the entire baseball season. So, yeah, the only thing CB Buckner loves to do is make everything about him when it's not about him. He's a jerk. Because if the batter called time, he should have stopped the clock, reset it, and then boom, that's that. End of story. CB Buckner should have granted the time instead of letting the time run out and try to screw the other team over. It's ridiculous. The manager had every right to be mad. I mean, I can understand my father doesn't like the Rays, but this right there is just... This call is just garbage. Just get rid of the pitch clock regardless. Because I think it's a waste of time. It's a waste. There's a reason why I don't like the pitch clock. It's total baloney. And I said this since the very beginning before baseball season started. That the pitch clock was gonna have some flaws. There was gonna be a lot of miscommunications. And there's gonna be a lot of ejections. I called it. I knew it was gonna happen. It was gonna happen. Okay, I don't like talking about sad news or anything on my YouTube channel, but I think this one hits hard within like the rock community basically, but the former lead singer of Smash Mouth, which they're known for the song All Star, which that song came on the first movie of Shrek, and their cover I'm a Believer. Okay, Steve Harwell passed away at the age of 56 today. Yesterday, yesterday he was under hospice care. He was dealing with some other health issues, alcohol abuse, which that's not funny at all. And then he was battling like liver failure. So he passed away today at the age of 56. All I can say is that he will forever be missed, and he was gone too soon. And that's not like, my thoughts and prayers go out to his family and the members of Smash Mouth. It's just like a very sad day for the rock and heavy metal community. Even though that Smash Mouth is not like a heavy band, which they're like known for punk, rock, alternative, you know. They had like a lot of great hits, and they're like one of the biggest rock bands out there. But, you know, he's not suffering anymore. I mean,
Shadows of Fate.
It's not something that I expect to happen. There's a lot of things that like.
Off with you!
Ha! You missed. Strike
Fate
one.
Is upon you.
Oof. Vaporize. Vaporize. Damn, you guys got your butts kicked by Mona. Y'all should be ashamed.
With all my strength. Delve into destiny. Let it rain.
Yeah, everybody back in line. Ha! Consider that one a draw. He died anyway. That's funny.
That tingle.
Oh! Here, have another one. Are you gonna...
No one escapes my sight.
Yeah, have some of this. I got super fire.
Have a little taste.
Not so hard.
That tingle?
That's what I was trying to do to you.
The wrong test subject.
And he still tried to get a hit off me.
I'll race you there.
A lot of people have been passing away left and right lately. Like, it's been crazy. I mean, WWE star Bray Wyatt passed away. I mean, like, he passed at the age of 36. And he was gone way too soon. I believe Terry Funk passed away too. Let's see. I think Terry Funk passed away too. Yeah. Terry Funk passed away. Bray Wyatt passed away. and then the lead singer of Smash Mouth passed away. And then the original voice actor of Harley Quinn, Arlene Sorkins, passed away too. Which, it's crazy. It's like, shoot. And let's be real though, Harley Quinn was one of my favorite female villains. Like, one of the first. Because I grew up watching Batman as a kid, like Batman the Animated Series. So like, I grew up with the voices of... I think I finished, right? Yeah, I finished my dailies, okay. But I grew up with like the voices of Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, Arlene Sorkin. Like those actors from Batman the Animated Series. Because I know some people who probably were born way before Batman the Animated Series also witnessed like watching Adam West Batman and like 1970s Batman animated cartoons, Super Friends, like the 1980s. I mean, I did see Michael Keaton's or Tim Burton's Batman.
Welcome.
And Batman
Thank you
Returns.
for completing today's commission.
Get ready for the gliding champion of Mondstadt.
I mean, it's crazy. Okay, first things first though. Let me go to my Serenity Teapot. Go get the coins. Because I'm going to try storing up my resin as much as I could. So that way I can get it to level 25. So I can get my moons. Get my resin up to like at least 400 something, I think, or 500. Oh, look at 2400. Don't think I don't have enough.
This realm is truly...
2471. Realm Depot.
If you ever have any questions about the...
Okay. Okay, that gets me up to level 24. Alright. Go back to Lilo Harbor. Cook some stuff. Probably get like more of those. Probably one of my favorite food items that I like to use the most. But then again, I like using the other one that I just put on the portable device. That one's been helping me a lot too. Kind of going a little too fast there. Oh, no. I actually find it funny how I actually got it up to 6 million. Like 6 million Mora. Next thing you know, I'll be up to 7 million. Let's see. Let's get more of this. Some ham. Fish. Mushrooms. Did you get cheese here, right? No. I did get cheese in the 70. I already have enough of those peppers. So basically sometimes I don't even know what I'm even doing. Oops. Nope. Or try to get like as much achievements as possible. The whole point is try to get that I try to get that up to 100 again. Growth tiger fish. I think I got more. This could be very, very useful if I'm able to do it correctly. If I can do it correctly, then I'll be able to have a lot. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna have to collect some more steak in order for this to work. Let's see. $360. Okay, try to get up to like a level 25 without using my primos. Well, I could tell you this for sure. At least Fontaine is like... Well, at least the Hoyoverse is giving us a little more events for Fontaine. Even though, like, right now, there's not a lot to be offered right now with the world quests. Because even at that point on, I should try finishing up the world quest in Sumeru. Which I didn't think there was a lot more. I think there's a couple more, I think, that I skipped. I could be wrong.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
I like getting these three out of the way, so that way, like, I don't have to do it later on during the week. Let's see. 10. 10. There we go. 10 of these, and then boom, everything will be okay. Just wait a couple minutes. Oops. All I know this week is that like I gotta make sure that I get myself some like a 12-pack of Mountain Dew, like the Mountain Dew energy drinks. Cause I know what flavor I'm getting, the cherry lime lift. There's a reason why I'm getting that. Cause anytime the Cowboys lose, I'll be drinking that. I mean, I don't mind getting like the variety with the 12-pack of variety. But I usually prefer like the blueberry pomegranate and the cherry lime lift because they're like both my favorites. Ah, nuts! I need two more. But if I remember correctly, I know Mountain Dew had a berry blitz flavor. I don't even see those around, and they had the peach mango. Peach mango is a good flavor. I doubted it for a moment, but it's really good. I think they have the tropical sunrise, I believe. That one's good. That one's good, and then orange. They have like the Mountain Dew Energy Orange, which basically it's like your typical like orange soda, but energized. But it's pretty good. Can't go wrong with orange. Oh yeah, that's right. Put this up. $320. Now I'm not gonna use my primos yet. I'm gonna wait until I hit like near like 600, 700 before I before I use like at least 50 primos. Because there's times I'll only use 50 primos just to get it up just a little bit. All right, now let's see. Yeah, there's a lot in Sumeru. All right. Now we're gonna go this way. So remember, guys, mic goes up when dialogues show up. The dialogues are gonna be pretty long, so my mic is gonna be like muted until the dialogue is over. So here we go. Oh, and if you guys already done this already, don't spoil it for me, please.
I'll race you there.
And if you haven't done it, spoiler alert. Plus, I don't need people trying to spoil it for me because that will ruin the stream. Oh, what? Was it this person or was it him? I think it was him.
So these are the kind of headlines they're going for these days.
Let's see how he's doing first before I go do the main Archon Quest. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Oh no. Ooh, okay. So finally, we got another world quest here in Fontaine. Well, that's good. At least I'm going somewhere with some more primos. Well, I'm gonna go there.
Bet
Well,
you can't keep up with me.
Well, I'm gonna go back. Do I go back to her? No, you know what? I'm actually gonna wait for now. I want to go to the hotel. Let's go back to the hotel. I'm gonna go to this hotel here. We're gonna do the Archon Quest. I'm gonna finish, well, not finish, but I'm gonna make progress to get ahead of myself. The one thing I don't need is to fall behind and fall victim to some roadblocks. Not like the last time when I was trying to finish up the Hida's quest. Alright, here we go. Shoot, I feel like my coffee's getting a little cold. Or warm, actually. I think the dialogue starts here. I don't know.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
In that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Ooh, everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
You, sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food. Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking! We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability, it's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough, which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exists. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through, where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon. I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play, don't you think?
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
Alright, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then, wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions. I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Ah, valid point. I overlooked that part. I was just thinking about leveraging a person's desire for sleep. Alright, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense. Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Was this your drink? Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia.
This is about...
Okay, so I think there's another dialogue here coming up, so... Trying to catch Farina off guard. But then again, I don't even know how that's gonna work.
Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore.
Which one? What's more funnier? A little lower or walking? Oh man, I'll go with this one.
That would be so... normal. You know, like you.
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with...
Hey, Navia! What are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your requests the highest priority. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
See ya!
Okay, so Act 2 has just started, okay. So... Hold on, he's...
We cannot just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
let's see. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna be able to. Like, this is the thing. So, do you guys see me doing like an Archon Quest or others? Then I won't be able to like join co-op at the moment. But I'm not even sure if he's on. Damn it! I think he's way behind me. So like, yeah, there's no way I'm not gonna be able to, because I don't think he's not in Fontaine. Because I'm already in Fontaine, so I'm away. So like, I'm already way ahead.
I'll race you there.
Okay. I feel like they used this song before earlier on.
I think the hyper-emotional element
Okay. I've heard a lot of people actually going under the fountain of Fontaine, and they actually hear the Hydra Archon crying, which they said is pretty creepy. But I haven't done it yet. I've seen other people do it, but I may try it later after this dialogue. All right, here we go.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Vache.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again? Ugh. That's kinda spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vache? Vache.
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in the water. Huh? Hang on. Paimon can kinda hear a voice. It's calling for Vache, right? Hey, Traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
That's an Oceanic. What the heck?
Vache, are you my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is? Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten? Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost their form. I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim. I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me, and I also loved him equally as much. But now, we can no longer go back. The pain of such parting, I never knew how heavy it could be. No, our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor, so let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember. Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vacher above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing. If only I could have comforted him, told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, I had felt a great warmth. Is that what you call it? Dissolving? If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety. I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think. Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vacher, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
What the hell's going on?
Navia's outnumbered!
Demoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
Oh shit. Oh, she's an Electro. Oh my god, yo.
Quick, now's our chance!
Damn, so what on earth was going on?
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of...
Sorry, Demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid,
Damn
Miss
it, I
Coran,
freaking hit
but
that
do
spot
keep
by
an eye
accident.
out for your
Sorry
manner
about
of
that.
speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers, I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clarant. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I know, she's...
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast. As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow? Cool, Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors, so how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So, if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh? Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate, but whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught up in this mess too, aren't we?
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of, and almost got their name in the process. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. She said that she heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too, but it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then? Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
New intel? While you were out cold?
Well, let's hear it, shall we? is important. Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been threatened? Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate. Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
So it looks like those freaking mechs has something to do with the Fatouis. And I think the Fatouis are behind it. When there are Fatouis involved, you know things get really, really effed up. Alright, so anyway. I'm gonna take a little detour. Okay. Who's trying to join my world without my consent? Find out who. Actually, it's already too late. Okay, so I have to meet with this person, so we'll go...
I feel like running.
So it's technically, it is under the water, so like we're gonna have to go that way anyway. Yeah, so I've noticed there's a new event that they just put in called Verdict of Blades. So I heard that looks like it's another difficulty challenge right there. Perilous difficulty, okay. Desperate, steadfast. Oh no. I heard steadfast difficulty is very, very hard. Okay. Or we speak with Puka. We'll speak with this person real quick. Ooh. Yo, that is nice. Alright. So we got 20 more Primo Gems. I think we got... Yes. Alright. We'll take the long way out of the cave. Again. There's got to be another world quest within Fontaine. Again, I could be wrong. But then again, like 4.1 will probably like expand the map a little further into Fontaine. But I know for sure that they're gonna actually expand the right side of Fontaine. That probably connects to Sumeru and Sumeru, Liyue, and the Sumeru, Liyue, and Mondstadt. They have to. Especially like hold on. Hang on one sec, guys. Especially like the area in Dragonspine. Like this area here. There's got to be something within Dragonspine. So if you go right, they're probably going to expand this area. No, not Dragonspine. No, Dragonspine's over here. What am I thinking? Like, Dragonspine's over here. I meant Storm Terror's lair. Damn it. Oh yeah, you're getting all my stuff mixed up here. What the hell? Like, Storm Terror's lair. They have to, like, connect that in some way.
I won't let you down.
Because obviously, yeah, it's gonna have connections with Liyue Harbor because the Oceanic boss is right there. That's my only guess. So, let me check that map again. Let's see. Mondstadt. Alright. Storm Terror's lair is over here. Go this way. Yeah, I think it is gonna connect with Fontaine and the area of Mondstadt alongside Liyue Harbor. Where... yeah. They have to open this up in some form. Because obviously it's going to be connected to Sumeru, so that's nothing new there. So this area here for Fontaine and with the connections of Liyue and Mondstadt, all that has to be connected in some form. So Storm Terror's lair should have a connection with Fontaine, and this area definitely should have a connection with Fontaine as well, because you have the Oceanic boss over here. So should they choose to expand this area in the 4.0 updates in the future, and including expanding this area too, may I remind you, then
I'll race you there.
then there's going to be a lot to explore. Maybe they'll probably like add more treasure chests in parts of Liyue Harbor, like on the border between Liyue Harbor and Fontaine, and then more stuff within Fontaine on the border of Mondstadt. And alongside Storm Terror's lair. I don't know why I got so confused between Dragonspine and Storm Terror's lair. Dragonspine's the snowy mountains.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Just taking the long way out of here to get out of the cave. Taking a quick way out. Remember guys, don't forget to check out my 2 Breaking Benjamin AMVs. One is the remake, the other is the reason when I did... Hold on one second. Sorry, my throat was getting dry. So, don't forget to check out my 2 Breaking Benjamin AMVs. One's the remake, the other one I did a couple weeks ago. Don't forget to check out the acoustic version of So Cold, the Aurora version, and don't forget to check out Breath by Breaking Benjamin. Don't forget to check those out too. And then next week you'll be seeing my next AMV, The End of Heartache. That one I will be experimenting with. I will be downloading different animes. There's a possible chance that I will be adding the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War anime into the mix. I don't know how that's going to work, but that's something I will be experimenting with. Adding the 1000-Year Blood War. But then again, I think it's about time that I start collecting some materials from Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, so hopefully it's enough. Hopefully it's enough to get through my next AMV project in the next couple of months, which will be Soul Bleach, which is the song by Parkway Drive off their recent album, Darker Still. Which obviously is like one of the best albums out there. Like, Darker Still is like their most solid album they ever came up with. Like Glitch. Let me see. I did Parkway Drive. I know I did another one off that one. I keep forgetting its name. It's Parkway Drive. It was Glitch. The Greatest Fear. Okay, I remember. Almost forgot the name, but yeah, The Greatest Fear by Parkway Drive. That one.
I need to get out more.
That AMV I was doing last year was in production hell. Okay, I think this is where I gotta stop at. Okay, I think another dialogue's coming up, guys.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Huh, very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, Traveler.
Okay, I think I remember. I did discover this area. I think there's gonna be a dialogue here. I think my internet was going haywire for a bit, but I think it's going okay now. I did reset it just like last week, or accidentally reset it.
I won't let
Take
you
these
down.
steps carefully. Okay. Just go down there carefully so that way I'm not losing HP. Because these steps can be very... These platforms have a long way down. It can cost you big time. Fall damage. Wow, the underground. This is where like all the
Bet you can't keep up with me.
like the lower class lives at. Like the faint moonlight of yesteryear. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's that over there? Let's go down there real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, right here.
So, this is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Your father... He was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right? How did he...
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand. My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena. 3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself. The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Clorand.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him? Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Ms. Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Ms. Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety. Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right, anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end. Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah, Paimon's beat.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
So I think there's gonna be a lot more to this quest than I thought.
Just say what you mean.
Ooh, let's check it out. Aw, man. Yeah, I kind of figured you wouldn't actually have anything to offer at the store. Just have a little look around. Okay. Oh man, dude.
Adventuring underground is way more fun than I thought.
I think there was something here. I have to go check it out.
If you
want to outrun the law, you need to know how it works.
Oh, that's funny. I found something. Okay, I think I'm on a hot streak right now. I think I need one more and I get 100% and I get a new one. Maybe there is something around here. Maybe like another text that I could probably get my hands on. But you never know. Fontaine is really big after all. Just like, don't underestimate the size of it for now. Okay. Just go back up. Let's see what I can find around here. Hey, it's these guys again.
You're most certainly right.
Jeez, I'm having a chat with a giant turtle. Let me see. Nope, nothing there. I know those guys. These guys helped me out on the last raid.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Oh, it. Damn it! I gotta get it. Oh, she's a merchant. Let's see what you got. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, so... some stuff I can actually, purchase. Nope. Okay, that's where I got it at. I could talk with Sunny and that other guy later, but right now I just want to see what this place has to offer right now, because I didn't I explored this area, but not as much. But although it is very small.
Get ready for the gliding champion of Mondstadt.
I think I could just go inside. Let's go. Another dialogue.
Paimon slept so well. This place feels almost too safe. Huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vacher.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Vache person is a key witness in the incident.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Oceanid you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we? Aren't you coming along, Navia? Did you get tired?
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Okay, so we gotta go see, Neuvillette. So I don't think I didn't get any primos off that, I don't think. That's funny. I thought I had 600. Guess not. Go here. Yeah, I'm all about trying to, like, make as much progress onto the...
The Palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Yeah, the whole point is to make progress for the Hydra Archon Quest, is to, like, make more progress as much as possible before 4.1 drops. So I want to get ahead of everything before anything else. Like, even if I do get ahead, I do have some open opportunities to get ahead. Like, I could do, like, Nahida's first two story quests. Al-Haytham. How about I do Al-Haytham? Yoimiya's second quest I want to do. I don't mind doing Yoimiya's second act. And then we go into Lenny's.
I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards at all times.
Alright, let's enter. Yeah, I've been in here before. But let's see where it goes. Just so you guys know, tonight 8:30 is the Legend of Dragon stream with my brother Savage 6 Killer. So you guys don't want to miss that. We are going even more further into the fourth and final chapter of the Legend of Dragon. And I'm so looking forward to beating this game, and I will say this, once that game is beat, once me and Savage finish this game, then Atelier Ryza 3 will be resumed.
Hey, there's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
Another dialogue.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Neuvillette's files are really secure.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell.
If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy, so please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Thanks so much.
Oh, so we actually get to talk to him. Nice. Alright, so we're gonna talk with him.
Please come in.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Who knew that Nervalet would be so easy to talk to?
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should. It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all? Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine. Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water and then got washed away with the rain? Yeah, and if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier? All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later? Great. Let's go then.
Wow, this weather is awesome.
Okay, it's this place. Alright, let's go.
I'll race you there.
So let's see. Whoa, whoa, that was close. Alright, another dialogue. Let's go.
Whoa, what a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past. Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base, our home.
Okay, looks like we're gonna have to go on that ship.
I won't get ready
go.
for the gliding champion of Mondstadt.
Did I try getting something off of him before? I think so. No. Nah, he doesn't have anything. But I know I went on a ship and found something. That I know for a fact. Hey, where you going?
Yep. They might have it.
I'll race you there.
Okay, here we go. As I see him.
Melus, we're back!
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea? You still remember, right, Melus? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance. As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant. The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
Huh? How did that happen? Aren't they on the same side?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious. but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene. Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired. You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out. I'm finally headed towards the truth.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that, ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, demoiselle, I think you're also ready to take this on.
So you do know something else, Malus?
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearances case. But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live. And the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina di Rosula about the details. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades. There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what people we may be able to capture. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
Huh. That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Malus.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
Thank you for all of that, Malus. Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula, or at least have an informant planted here. When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people. The first is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could thus avoid capture this whole time. There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. Boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around, with a lot of business connections in the city.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities. Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most. It's almost too hard to believe.
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our experience, the enemy is extremely cautious.
Of course. And thank you, Malus. You've provided us with a lot of great information.
You're too kind, my lady. I'm just doing my duty. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today. If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Aw, thank you so much, Malus. You really are the best.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
Okay, so it looks like we got a new... Looks like we got a new case record along the way. Man, that was a long freaking cutscene. Okay, so let me check. See if it's here. Nope. Oh, here it is.
Who would have imagined that people could really turn into water? Here we go again, trying to crack an impossible case. Here we go again, trying to crack an impossible case. All proof and no motive.
This is gonna be interesting. So... I'll have to go down there. Alright, so I'm gonna stop here, take a break. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna do another Genshin stream before 8:30 comes along, so that is a 35% out of 100% chance that it might happen, so we'll go with that. So I'm stopping here. Thank you for coming by. And if I still got some plenty of time left, maybe I could do another Genshin stream before my Legend of Dragoon stream with my brother. So we'll see where that goes from there, okay? Don't forget to check out my 2 AMVs that I did. Don't forget to check out Breath by Breaking Benjamin. And don't forget to check out my remake with the Aurora version of So Cold by Breaking Benjamin. So don't forget to check that one out too. And there's going to be a new AMV coming up next week, which would be called The End of Heartache. Be advised that there's going to be 2 versions. There's going to be the album version and the Resident Evil version, which is the shorter version and the and a more edit version as well. So that's what's gonna happen. So I'm also gonna be collecting some other anime materials as well, including Bleach Dazzling Your Blood War to get more fresh content into the AMV as well. So don't forget, subscribe to my channel for more AMVs, Genshin streams, and streams outside of Genshin Impact, like The Legend of Dragoon. So don't forget to do that as well, and click on that notification bell if you want to get notifications to whenever I stream, and posting new AMVs as well. And this month is when I will be posting some unreleased content
if she catches
as
us
well.
lazing around like.
So you'll be seeing some unreleased content along the way. There's going to be a couple from 2017 as well that had to see the light of day. So I will be digging into some unreleased content and so much more. Okay, so that's about done. This is LP Cruise 212 signing out for the day.